Round one up on deck. This is a tough one. If we draw land, we have Cogworker's Puzzle Knot and Smuggler's Copter, which is definitely tempting. We are on the draw. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and keep this. Smuggler's Copter and Cogworker's Puzzle Knot seem so good here. And that'll draw us into more lands almost for sure. With the two draws to get a land, we've got a like 65% chance of hitting one, something like that. Well, always can make a mistake. It was a risky keep, no question. So let's just discard our scavenger here. We don't need to keep a 6-drop if we're having trouble hitting land. Opponent is deciding whether or not to let us go through our main phase. And we will discard. And hopefully get a land here, because I could really use one. Nope. Like I said, I took a risk. I knew it going in. I guess I'll discard the ambitious Aetherborn now. Opponent is also on white-black. Not really how I wanted to start this. Didn't need to take the risk, I guess. I could have mulliganed. I do think that the odds were pretty decent. It was worth the gamble. The hand was really strong just to be able to go Smuggler's Copter into Cogworker's Puzzle Knot. Now it obviously looks a lot worse, but I mean, in hindsight, it is very easy to look at these kinds of hands and think that it was terrible. I don't think it actually was. I think it was probably a fine keep, but just punished a bit. Even missing on one turn was... yeah. I don't want to play against Gonti at this point. We're good. I had tried to concede before they could actually look at our 4 cards, but I had F6. That's what I was hoping to do. I wouldn't have drawn anything anyways. Still weren't drawing lands for... Wow. Yeah, that was something. Opponent probably revealed a lot of lands. Just gonna jam it back and try and have something a little bit better. I don't think that we want like a Whirler Maker or anything like that against this opponent. They don't seem that slow. This is a little better. Got the Thriving Rats and the Cogworker's Puzzle Knot. Again, I need to draw land, but most hands you're going to have to draw something. You've got to take that risk. So I think that it's fine with the last one as well. I mean, most of your hands, you're going to have to draw land sometime in your first, like, 4 or 5 turns. We just didn't. Wouldn't have mattered if we had 2 mana in that hand anyways. If we weren't drawing any lands, we were still in a lot of trouble. Eventually, you actually have to draw some kind of split between the two if you want to win the game. Alright, so we'll lead off with the Thriving Rats here, I'm sure. Can't imagine we need anything else out. Okay. Hopefully we won't get stuck on planes. I see where they put the energy now. I was wondering how they were going to do that. Alright, so we're missing on land now. Attack with the Thriving Rats and put the counter on it. There's no reason to not attack. Our opponent's going to get the same thing. Right now they can't block, and on our turn, if we decided to leave this back, then we can't block, so makes no sense not to do it now. And let's go Cogworker's Puzzle Knot post-combat and pass the turn. Hopefully we can draw another plains here. If we hit even a swamp, though, Live Fast can get us a lot of advantage. Hopefully get us into some land. Opponent has a Glint Sleeve Artisan of their own. No. What is this? Just 2 mana? No, 3. Revoke privileges on our rats. Wow. That is very aggressive. Make a 2/3. I mean, this is just a 2/3 for now. I don't have any other energy, and they don't know that I have ways to make it. Alright, well, no land for us again. I mean, sometimes that's just going to happen. Apparently this is one of those nights. No reason not to attack the servo. I don't think that we're on the plan of blocking the Thriving Rats yet. Opponent gets their third color. Unfortunately, we're still struggling to get our second. Oval Chase Dragster. Yeah, that's pretty decent. We're really far behind now, but there's not much I can do about that. Okay, we actually got our land, which is good. Means that next turn I can play the Plains and get down Glintsleeve Artisan. I guess it's probably better to just play the Consul's Shield Guard here. I think that I want to save ourselves 4 life. What else does our opponent have? Weldfast Monitor. Yep. The Menace is an issue. If we go Glintsleeve Artisan, make a 1/1, then I can block the Weldfast, but I lose both. I could also block Night Market Lookout and Oval Chase Daredevil. If I play Consul's Shield Guard, then I have to take damage from Oval Chase and Weldfast. And I just leave these back. Or I eat this. My opponent hits us for 8. Yeah, we're so far behind now. It's going to be tough. I could crack the Cogworker's Puzzle Knot and then Rush of Vitality and kill Oval Chase Daredevil. That might actually be the best play. I can just Ambitious Aetherborn the next turn. Fabricate it for a 1/1. So I kill that. I take 4 because I'll stop this. 5 after I lose a life and gain a life. That seems reasonable. So we go to 7, but we get to keep the 1/1, and our opponent loses their Oval Chase Daredevil. So I think that's what we have to do. It's a tough game right now. Crack the Cogworkers. And we've got to hope that our opponent doesn't have like a Subtle Strike or something. If they have Subtle Strike, then we're probably just dead. That actually doesn't destroy it. It does deal us 3 damage, which is a big problem. But we can Rush a Vitality and save it. Still kill this Oval Chase Dragster. Or Daredevil, sorry. And go to 4. Eesh. Opponent doesn't have anything else afterwards, so that's good. Let's just play this Ambitious Aetherborn and make another 1/1. Next turn, then we're probably playing Aetherborn number 2. If we draw a 3-drop, like if I draw a second Glintsleeve Artisan, that'd be perfect, because then I can just get a bunch of 1/1s into play. Might save us. Got a servo. We have a chance to claw back into this game. It's not going to be easy. Yeah, another Evoke Privileges is certainly a problem. It actually just leaves us dead, doesn't it? If our opponent bothers to pay the Menace. I guess not quite. No, it does. I don't know. Why didn't they pay Menace? If they pay Menace, then I can't double block it. Or I can't single block it. I have to double block it. And if I don't double block it, then I die. If I do double block it, then I take 3 from these. Right now I get to do this. It's not great, but at least I'm at 1 life. Makes no sense for our opponent to have done that. They could have just paid 1 red mana and won the game. I mean, we're still just dead because we are just too far behind, but seems like a pretty big mistake on our opponent's part. We'll see. I mean, maybe they make the same mistake again. They didn't have to let us live this turn. Maybe they'll forget and not do it again next turn. Not a great plan to have to wait on your opponent to make mistakes to actually live, though. Even if it's already happened once. Oh, they're just slow rolling us. Okay. Yeah, so opponent just has everything, so they just kill us. Now they remembered it. Alright. We just ended up a little bit too far behind on land there. Both games are pretty tough. But it'll happen, so we'll go to the game 2. This actually seemed pretty decent. The deck was okay once we got some mana out. We made a lot of 1/1s. We almost stabilized there. If the opponent didn't have enough removal spells, then we definitely had a chance. There was a lot of removal out of our opponent's deck, and they were so far ahead at that point that it made it very tough. If we'd have had an even chance at the start, where we'd each had a pretty even distribution of lands, I think that we could have given it a real shot. So we'll try round 2. Now what do we have? Malthus Squad. I can kill that. See if they actually... Ooh, nice. They put the counters on it. That works out very well for us. And we drew Smuggler's Copter. That is fantastic for us.